Hi, I'm Danielle with Bit Finish on It. If you're a writer looking for an editor, let me know. So, I finally read The Help by Kathryn Stockett. Ever since I saw the trailer for the movie, however many years ago that was, I wanted to see it. But then of course I realized it was a book and I knew I had to read the book first. So I finally read it and now I can finally see the movie. I really liked this book. It covers the time in Jackson, Mississippi from 1962 to about 1964 or 5. It's told from the points of view of 3 women. Abeline and Minnie are black maids and Skeeter is the white recent college graduate who's moved back home to the farm and is trying to figure out a way to get out of Mississippi. The thing that brings the 3 of them together is that Skeeter wants to write a book about what it's like for black maids to work for their white bosses and raise their bosses' white children. Of course, this is a very dangerous undertaking because it's suspicious for black and white people to be seen talking to each other outside of their boss-maid relationship. What I really liked about this book is that Skeeter doesn't suddenly open her eyes to the injustices of racism and want to right wrongs by writing a book. No, she wants to be a writer and finally comes up with an idea that the literary agent in New York thinks will sell because of all the sit-ins and civil rights actions that are starting to happen around the country. So it all starts out in the interest of self-promotion, which I think is pretty realistic. It's only over time and as other events happen that Skeeter starts to see the bigger picture. I like the way that Stockett weaves in actual events and small details like the soap operas that are on TV, along with bigger events like the murder of Medgar Evers. I also appreciate that she owns up to tweaking events to fit into her novel, like putting a song on the radio that didn't actually come out until a year later. This tweaking always happens in historical fiction, of course, and I just like that the author comes right out with it and owns it. I also really like the overall character of Skeeter. She has 2 best friends who get married in college, and Skeeter, to her mother's dismay, does not. She actually finishes school. She's too tall with big feet and frizzy hair, and spoiler alert, she doesn't end up married, much to her mother's dismay, by the end of the novel, even though she's like 25 by then. It's the kind of story where I was really rooting for the characters and I missed them when it was over. I loved Abeline and her efforts to try to raise her white charges without prejudice and with self-confidence. Love the way she devours the books from the white library that Skeeter brings to her and makes sure she writes every day. Sure, all of the plot twists and turns weren't completely believable, but it's fiction and I really enjoyed it. That's all for me today. Thanks for watching.